Hey everyone, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm here to do a weekly reading. I know it's been a while since I've done the weekly readings. I don't know. I'm in a little bit of a funk about what to do with my channel. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I was thinking of making some sort of Tarot 101 videos, but not just straight, here's are the meaning of the cards, because you can look those up anywhere, but maybe some different tips and tricks to, like different perspectives on the cards, just to give you a little bit more depth to just knowing, the Six of Wands, which is down here, means victory. So anyway, let me know if you have any ideas or what you think. I would appreciate it. Okay, so I'm starting with Sag, which I know is out of order, but if I'm going strictly in the astrological wheel, but that's what I'm doing. So for the week of February, however you say it, 11th through the 17th, we are starting with Sagittarius. All right, Sag. I'm using the Vicevesra tarot. I really like this tarot deck. So, bam, Six of Wands, victory, achievement, overcoming obstacles, success after, if you, I love this deck because if you look at the back, there's been some sort of battle. So obviously we're not going off to battle, although there could be some people doing that. There's been a struggle. This victory hasn't just been given to us. It's something that we've had to work for. And being a Sagittarius, I really feel this card right now because I started a new job in November, and it's been a struggle. I came into trying to change the culture in a workplace is really difficult, especially when you're brand new. So this could be work for some people. Anything. This could be, I lost that 10 pounds that I wanted to lose. I mean, that can be really hard, especially as you get older, as I'm finding. Wow. Not so easy anymore. It's also homecoming. So some of you could be going home, something about home. You could be getting your recognition somehow, like a boss could say, hey, you did a good job. You could be recognized by the community, someone just showing your appreciation. You could wind up in a company newsletter in your local newspaper. This could be any athletes going to the Olympics or winning something locally. These types of triumphs that we get after we've put some hard work in. So I always like to say with this card, count your wins, because no matter how small, we're so trained to better ourselves that we focus on negatives that need fixing, that we can fix, and we tend to forget to count our wins, big or small, whatever. Like, okay, I was with this coworker, drives me crazy, and I didn't let him get to me. I maintained my composure. I didn't let it get to me, so that afterwards I went into my office and was just like fuming or something. Like, count those things. That's a big deal. Then we have the Temperance card. So things are coming back into balance. I really feel like this next week is going to be a space to breathe for Sagittarius. It's like, whew, like, I'm not on guard. I'm not feeling this pressure, feeling like I have to continually have my guard up. The back of this card, there is a lion, so this reminds me a little bit of Leo. I mean, Temperance is the card of Sagittarius, but there's a a lion there on the back, and that amazing, looks like some sort of eagle or hawk or raptor of some kind. They're both prey animals. I'm not sure why I pointed that out. but just sort of reacclimating after this struggle. I mean, for me, this really was having to stick up to people of power. Was a man that was trying to just not follow the rules. I'm just going to say it. And I had to put my foot down. So, and I need some time to rest. So I don't know if that relates to some people out there, but it's just a time to after, it's almost like after, say, there's been a storm and like water was really wavy and stuff. It's like taking the time for the water to calm back down and to get steady again. Then we have, this is like an amazing reading, guys. Then we have the Magician. It's like you can do anything. It's kind of like ride this high, ride this victory, and just, when you count your wins, you gain more confidence. You're like, I can do this. I can do this. Even if I'm scared, even if it's hard, I know if I stay balanced and calm and with my, staying focused on my goal, I can achieve anything. We have Orion in the background. My favorite constellation. I know I'm weird. I have a favorite constellation. It's only out in the northern hemisphere here in the fall and winter, I believe. You can't see it in the summer here. And so this Magician, he is like the Wands cards, which are us, the fire signs, on steroids. I mean, he is just like, I'm going to make something happen. I am, he's just inspired and enthusiastic and full of energy to make things happen. So yeah, use this momentum of this victory, no matter how big or small, and ride that wave. Continue to let it build. Keep building on each success. Just knowing that, you deserve it and you can do it. And it's what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so I'm going to do fire signs, I just decided. So we'll do Aries next. Hey there, Aries. I hope you're well. I am using the Vicevesra Tarot. I'm going to kind of clank the cards on the table, and it might hurt your ears if you're wearing headphones, so heads up. This is a reading for Aries for February 11th through 17. I was only going to do it by element, but I just changed my mind. Oh, I just blew out my candle. The other two are fake, but not this one. There we go. Okay, these two want to come out. Ooh, 2 swords cards. Ace of Swords and the 2 of Swords. What's this? Oh, the Magician. That was just out for Sagittarius. Okay. So this week for you guys, Aries, is going to be about really getting clear in your mind, something straight in your mind. And so I feel like you've been struggling with something, struggling with the decision, struggling with, sometimes you just think about a situation and you just can't get out of your own way, and you just overthink and you're like, I just can't figure out. I can't figure out how to make this work. And then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know if we surrender and just sort of accept some part of what we're struggling with. And then it's like, okay, I see it clearly now. I have my decision. I know what I have to do. And it's just, everything becomes sort of calm and simple. Yeah, it cuts away all that excessive emotions that we put into things that just kind of muddy the waters instead of help clear things up. And there is, there's this, looks like a laurel like a victory. But this person's up, this eagle's up, getting a very high perspective. So it's asking you, if you've been struggling with a decision lately, to really zoom out, to really look at things from a much broader perspective and realize that how things are right at this moment is not how they've always been and not how they're always going to be. So it's temporary. It's a moment in time. And sometimes when you take that step back, it's easier things just come into perspective, and it's easier to sort of manage. It's not so overwhelming as when you're in the thick of it and you can't, you feel like you can't really see far in the future, or it's just like, oh my God, this is all consuming right now at this moment. So you're cutting away all that. You're done with it, and you're making a decision this week, which I think is going to feel really, really good. You're just it's interesting. This rock is in the middle of all that water, so I do feel like water represents emotions, that you need to rise above your emotion. Like your emotions are clouding the situation in order to make a decision. And once you're able to do that, you're able to really move forward. This is the Magician card. So he is energy, enthusiasm, inspiration, just the energy to make something happen. There's no more mental blocks preventing you from moving forward with whatever you're struggling with at the moment. And maybe like you want to move, but you're like, oh, I don't want to move because my brother's here, or I've just always been here. There's just something you're weighing. But when you kind of like open yourself up to a new phase in life, and it's like, okay, it's not going to be worse or better. It's just going to be different. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm craving. Like, yes, I may leave friends behind at my old job, but I will make new friends, and I'm going to move forward. And it doesn't mean I have to lose the friends at my old job, or that, you know what I mean? So it's not really a compromise. It's changing your thinking, that you're losing something in order to gain something else. It's just different. It's changing. I'm almost getting the death card in the transformation. So going from like a caterpillar to a butterfly, it's still the same creature. It's just different. But the butterfly can, soar. So I feel like things are really on the upswing for you, Aries. Okay, so let's go on to the next fire sign, which is Leo. How are you, Leo? I am doing a weekly tarot reading for the week of February 11th through the 17th. I'm using the Vicevesra tarot today. Whoops. These want to come out. Okay. Oh, so I'm seeing that there have been some blocks. So when the Five of Pentacles comes up, it's on a very just basic level. It can be feeling that you're strapped for cash. Like maybe you get paid on the 15th of the month, or this coming Friday, which would be the 16th, is when you get paid, and like you are strapped for cash. So what I would say is be careful about turning to credit cards unless you absolutely have to. Like, see if you can have the discipline this week to wait. But this card's also about it's about feeling left out in the cold. Or maybe you feel left out in the cold because your finances aren't great right now. So you may have to decline going out with your friends, or maybe, you have to change your thinking and think, well, I can go out, but I'm going to drink water, or I'm going to just have an appetizer or something, and just sort of modify. Like, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Just because you can't do the whole thing doesn't mean you still can't participate, but just in a more conservative way. But this Eight of Swords, I feel like some of you have got it in your head that like you're not worthy of having a job that makes more money. I feel like you're limiting yourself where finances are concerned, or maybe what type of career you could have and whether it can make money. Maybe you have an idea for your own business, or you want to make a career change, but you feel stuck. Like this card is about denial, but it's about feeling stuck and not being able to see your way out of where you are. But this card, the lesson of this card is that it's denial. It's your own self-limiting belief. So really, really try to open your eyes to all sorts of possibilities. When you think of something you'd like to do and that negative ego creeps up and says, you can't do that. No one will, you can't do that. You'll fail. We all do that. It's human nature. Say, well, why can't I do that? Like, why not? What makes me different than anyone else? I think for some of you, you really like want to be in management. You're ready for a step up and you just feel stuck. So you may have to leave. This happened to me. I had to leave somewhere where I was for 7 years in order to get that step up. I just didn't happen. I was told it was going to happen. It didn't happen. So it was like, you know what? Time to move on. And it's not the most fun, but it's like, yeah. So, cause I'm saying that because you have the Three of Pentacles here. And this card to me is often, if you look at the back, so there's the man doing the work, this other guy, looks like maybe it's a church, but he's sort of looking, watching that guy, and then there are 3 different people is my point. So it's like the person implementing the work, the person with the plan, and then maybe a supervisor. So I feel like it's time to maybe ask what the career path is here, if there is a career path. And then you'll have your answer. You'll know if they're like, this is, sorry, we can't do anything for you. And then and if they say, yes, there is something, try to get a time frame. And then if they don't come through, it's time for you to move on. Don't be afraid to apply for management or a job that sometimes you look at job descriptions and you're like, I don't meet every single qualification, so I can't apply. Apply anyway. That's usually like their dream candidate, and rarely does anyone have check every single box. So put yourself out there. I think, instead of sort of going within and feeling like, oh, I'm stuck, I'm not going to be able to move forward. And this can be in any situation. Maybe you need to have that hard conversation even in a relationship. You're feeling, there's nothing worse than being in a relationship and feeling alone. That's just like, what's the point of being in a relationship, right? If you feel alone. So it may be a week to have some of those, what can be difficult conversations with like, hey, where's this going? Where's this job going? Where's this relationship going? What's going on here? I need some, I'm feeling stuck and trapped, but I think you need I'm sorry, more information. You need to add, instead of just sitting here by your, with your thoughts saying, I'm stuck, start exploring new possibilities. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a lovely week. Take care.